We're good. I think we're rolling. Yeah, we're rolling. Okay, so we got this.
Yeah, we're rolling.
We got this new mic set up, so I'm really close here. I can do some. Today we're going to be eating some raw salmon, and we're going to be eating a live squid.
I'm hard and grossed out at the same time.
That's what those ASMR channels do to you, man. They turn you on,
Dude,
but also repulse you.
From my angle, though, you just have this huge black mic coming right to your face. Yeah. Oh, I wish I screen capped that. Damn.
I got it for you.
Oh, it's so good. So gross. I love it. Welcome back to Bob.
Hey, we're on iTunes now, so if you guys are driving home from work, going to work, pop on the podcast.
At work.
You don't even need to throw it on YouTube now, because YouTube's weird.
Read it in your ears.
If you're not on YouTube Premium, you can't kind of play the player if it's minimized on your phone. It's like a weird thing, right? So like on iTunes now, you can just drop it on and you're good.
Hell yeah. And if you listen to it, you'll be really confused by the vibrator races. So that's great.
Well, not if we
happening?
give them a play-by-play. That's the idea.
Yeah, we're gonna get better at commentary for sure.
100%.
This is good. Also on Spotify. I don't know when that goes up, but whatever. Everyone's on iTunes anyways, I'm sure.
Yeah,
so
I'm
who
actually
cares?
not signed up to Spotify. I should. I know Joe Rogan just moved over to Spotify, so that's a reason to get it.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Spotify too. Just why not? Might as well try all the things. I'm not
Do all the things, man.
do all the things.
So what the fuck are we
this
talking
is
about
good.
today?
What's
in the
I don't know,
news?
man. I don't know. I got my beer going. I'm ready to roll. I'm just I don't know. I
haven't really eaten anything today, so I can't get into beers yet. I gotta have something in my stomach, or you get that fucking beer gut rot,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm at. I didn't eat anything either, but I thought, you know what? Why not? Did you think on that fictional character yet?
Oh yeah, no, totally not.
No. Yeah, me
what was
neither,
the
not
question
even.
again? If you were to compare yourself to a fictional character, who would
Yeah.
it be? I would like to think maybe Shaggy from Scooby. Hey, Scoob. You know that guy? Right, Raggy.
I thought you were like Shaggy, like picture this, we were both butt naked,
okay.
banging on the bath. I was like, what? That's not fictional.
So-
You should be.
That's another mystery, though, in that video. Remember that? It was a me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was a me. I can do the Shaggy voice pretty well. What Carolina? It was a me.
That's great.
Hey, Scoob.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Today we're going to be solving this thing, Scoob.
I can't forgot all about Scooby-Doo. I never even saw, when I was a kid, I loved it. But then they came out with like some live action movie, never saw it. Don't care.
Yeah, Scoob, like Shaggy has, I kind of feel, you watch Rick and Morty?
Oh, yeah.
Greatest fucking
I
show
love
in
it.
the world, by the way. But Rick and Morty,
So good.
Morty sounds like a younger version of Scoob, and he's like, hey, Rick.
Oh,
Hey, Rick. Oh,
totally.
no. Fuck me, Rick. What are we doing here, Rick? Oh, my fucking God. And then, hey, Scoob. So it's kind of like the same
Yeah.
prepubescent
Oh.
vibe going on.
Yeah, it's incredible how many voice actors do all the same shit too. So I wouldn't,
That's
I
true.
know it's not the same guy,
Yeah.
but it's like there's only so many ways to make your voice sound
Yeah.
weird, and then
It's-
you could probably overlap so many cartoon characters and be like, it's the same fucking guy.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel. There's a lot of YouTube channels about voice actors and stuff, and one of them she like just does all the Pokemon voices.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Man, I used to have a comedian buddy that would do all these impressions all the time. And he was killing it all the time. And then someone made fun of him. Like another comedian was like, it's so hacked to do impressions. And he stopped.
oh,
And I was like, man, the fucking audience doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's cool to see.
it is
Like, go for
it's
it.
a bit hacky.
It is a hacky thing, but if it's fun, it's fun. I don't know. It's like hard to say. I love watching good ones, though.
The funny, you know what the funny ones are? The funny ones are the ones that get clever with those accents and those impressions.
yeah.
So it's like there's one thing to sound like someone, which is a cool talent in itself, and it does take practice. Like there are some
Sure.
really great people out there. Oh, there's that documentary on Netflix about Buddy. What was his name? He was like schizophrenic and shit. He was on SNL. The guy did the Bill Clinton, Bill Hader.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Bill Hader.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's a documentary
Oh,
on him.
dude, totally like was like beaten as a child, this guy, and it like fucked him up for life.
What?
Yeah, big, weird, strange documentary. And he sort of has what's that term when you like you hear colors and shit like that, right? So you kind of yeah. So he kind of has that with voices where like, oh, the voice of, you know, Porky the pig is yellow in his head, and he'll like associate it with color. So he'll go to that color and he'll jump right into it. And yeah, it's a big fucked up documentary about how he's like, you know, mentally fucked, like because of like schizophrenia, bipolar, depressed.
I mean, I believe I'm interested. I'm gonna look this up. I don't think it's Bill Hader though.
Wait, maybe not Bill Hader.
Because Bill Hader is like a pretty normal seeming dude.
Wait, who's the guy that does the Bill Clinton impersonation?
I don't know.
Who's the guy on SNL? The guy does
George. Bill Hader's from SNL, but
is he the one? No, it can't be Bill Hader then.
No,
definitely not. Is Bill Hader the younger guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not Bill Hader.
Are you talking about Dana Carvey?
It's not Dana Carvey. Fuck, what was his name? Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said Bill Hader. What was the? Look it up. Look it up. Google Bill Clinton impersonator. That guy.
Cracked Up, the Daryl Hammond
Daryl
story?
Hammond. That's who it is. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not Bill Hader. Bill Hader.
No,
you know
definitely
Bill
not.
Hader, his name sounds older than he is.
Oh, for sure.
does-
That guy's so good. I love
That
that
guy's
dude. So I don't,
hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah,
All-time
Daryl
favorite.
Hammond. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, that
okay.
is a pretty fucked up documentary you should check out. It's but it talks a lot about impressionism, and like that's just it. I think if you're impersonating somebody, it's one thing to like nail the voice, which I think is super funny and like shocking. You're like, wow, right? But you can only
Yeah.
take so much of it. So I think if you were to do that, you would have to be extremely clever with like your delivering punchlines and what you're saying, like, you know, making fun of that character in a certain way that's original while you're impersonating him. I think is good.
Yeah, the easier the impression is to do, the more clever you have to be. Like if you're gonna do like, you know, like I was born in the dark, like some Bane shit, I'm not very excited about it, right? But if it's like really nuanced, or if it's really clever, you know, so.
Yeah. Also, if it's like super niche, like there's like one guy who, do you ever see this guy? He looks exactly like Robin Williams in a younger version.
No, you gotta fantasize the woman, yes. Dance.
Party, Madonna.
Sarah Whittle, do you remember a game called Jumanji?
Oh, 10,000 years will give you such a crink in the neck.
Come on, Will. Tell me what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, man. I keep waiting for them to make a fucking Robin Williams movie and him be the guy because he looks just like him.
And he acts like him. He can sound like him, but he also does Kurt Russell. And then he looks like Kurt Russell all of a sudden.
Oh, that's the guy that did the Kurt Russell one we shared around?
Yeah.
That Kurt Russell one was so good.
Yeah, you should pop that up. Let him have a look at it. This guy's genius.
Definitely.
And that's the thing. He's so good that, you know, when you're that good, I feel like, and even he looks the part too, you kind of get over the hack part because you're just like, you know what?
Yeah.
It's a nostalgia for me. Like, I watch that guy and I'm like,
100%.
I miss Robin Williams now. Like, it's fun to watch him, you know, kind of like, you know, kind of like the Tupac documentary. They had the guy playing Tupac looked exactly like him. It's just like this
totally like
thing,
that. Yeah, that's so good. Oh shit! Someone messaged me after the last podcast. They put in the comments about the Jehovah's Witness thing. 2 people commented about that, and they're like, one's like, my friend's Jehovah's Witness, loves watching magic. The other one says, I'm Jehovah's Witness and I'm a magician. They definitely differentiate sleight of hand and doing magic.
Wow.
Apparently,
I guess
according to those 2 people.
Yeah, maybe the younger crowd does. You know, I would think that their parents are like, magic is magic. You know, because we were talking about how Jehovah's Witness, like they're not allowed to even witness magic. Like they can't watch.
Can't watch. Yeah.
But
I mean,
weird,
then you started talking about
like it's just strange to me to be like, my religion, like, we're called witnesses. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
I haven't looked into it.
Serious.
But why are you like all witnesses? Like, what did you wit?
It's an interesting title to put on your religion. Like, it's just like that's the what you want on the marquee.
Yeah, you
the witnesses.
Oh, you pray to Jehovah. It's more like we witness Jehovah. What does that mean? Like, I'm not. And again, like, I'm just ignorant because I didn't look into it. But it just sounds funny saying it.
Yeah.
Jehovah Witness. You know,
I'm and like Jehovah, if you ever chant Mormon, it really does sound like more men, and you're like, oh, you want more men?
Wow,
apparently.
we're just gonna get so fucked on this video.
Why? We're not saying anything bad. We're just I don't know. Who cares? It's a joke. Joke show.
People take religion way too seriously.
Yeah, and then a lot of people don't take it seriously enough. Like a lot of people that say they're a certain religion, I'm like, hey man, take it seriously.
Yeah, that's a great
Like-
point. Actually, there's like
Like I honestly believe in fanatics a little bit more. I'm like, well, they clearly believe it. So
yeah, they're. I respect fanatics a little bit more than half-assed
Yeah.
religion followers because, like, I myself, don't believe in shit.
Yeah.
But I see people who believe in stuff like all the way, and then people who just like make up their own religion. Like there's a lot of that. A lot of people are like, I'm Christian, but gays are fine. And like, hey, if you were really
Yeah.
Christian, you wouldn't be fine with gays. Not that I'm saying, and I love gays. I think gays are cool. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna go down that road, like you can't pick and
Yeah.
choose. Like, because when
No, I know what you mean. And I do like living in a world where people are picking and choosing and taking
Of course.
progressive
Oh,
ideas.
it's great.
Like it's way
But-
better. But like I'm like, if you really dig down, it's
but
like
if you're gonna throw that out, just throw the whole thing out. Then fucking why?
yeah,
like,
that's what I'd like to
if,
see
if
too.
you're gonna
yeah.
pick and choose this and that, and this is fine. This is I can interpret this way. Just throw it all out, man. Just make your own religion. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
watching, really.
Yeah, been 4,300 religions in the history of humanity. So just keep putting them out. I want to see us get to 5,000.
Ricky Gervais said that. He's like, me and you aren't so different. Out of 4,300,
No, it's this is
for-
Christopher Hitchens. Christopher
really,
Hitchens.
out of 4,300 religions, I don't believe in 4,300 of them. You don't believe in 4,299 of them. So
Exactly.
we're not all that
Yeah.
different.
I just took my atheism one step further than you.
It's
Man,
very
who knew we'd
fucking
be
true.
talking about religion right
Fuck,
now? I
let's
feel
keep
like
going.
this is
Let's
just-
keep going on religion. Actually, I'm so deep
dig
in this
into it.
right now. Yeah, fuck yeah, it's a podcast. What it's about, man. We're not, this isn't your average vlog or anything. Podcast. This is
That's
where
true.
we solve world problems here. So we got to tackle these things.
I like that. That's a good point. That's a good point. Well,
Did you watch
yeah.
that Epstein
Because-
documentary, by the way?
I watched a bit of it, then I got sidetracked with something else I was watching. I can't remember what, but
It's pretty fucked up, man. That deep state.
I
shit.
started rewatching the whole Marvel universe in chronological order.
Oh, almost as entertaining.
But yeah, does it get crazy in the Epstein one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very crazy. Like, who's it? Prince fucking what's his name? Prince Pedo in the UK. What's his name?
Charles?
No, not Charles. There's another one.
Harry?
No,
William?
no. It was like he was the uncle. Robert?
Kristen, who's the uncle?
I think it's Andrew.
Prince
Oh,
Andrew.
look at even the sound of that. Hey, Prince Andrew. Like, ugh, fucking.
Kristen knows everything.
That guy probably
yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean? Like he probably washes himself in kids' pee. Like you just hear the Prince Andrew. Ugh, and he's so guilty. He's so guilty. So, there's this one girl who said that, she was trafficked to him. So she was, I guess she was banging Epstein against her will for a while, like with promises of like money and glory and all this. That's how they get them. That's how they get these girls, right?
Crazy.
And so Epstein was like kind of like an evil mastermind in the fact that what he would do is he would surround himself with like political leaders, celebrities, people with money and power, get him to his island or to his, $77 million apartment in New York or his apartment in Paris or in England.
Jesus.
And there was hidden cameras everywhere. And so he would feed him some drinks. He's like, I got some girls here,
no.
and maybe he told him they were underage. Maybe he didn't, but like throw a couple drinks around and be like, we're just going to be chill and hang out and we'll see what happens. And then now he has all this footage. And so you wonder like, how is this guy, still in power?
Oh.
How is he still in power? How did he have this much clout and money? And that's just it right there. He was dangling this over all these celebrities and politicians. And when they raided his place, in his safe, they found hundreds, if not thousands, of photos and videos of like underage, children, in
Holy shit.
naked and shit like that. And that's when they were going to come down hard on him. And that's, also.
I can't believe he killed himself.
You know what I mean? So you think like somebody, whether it's fucking Prince Andrew or, Clinton or whatever it is, like must have had like some precarious photos and videos out there, and someone wanted them to go away. Not hard to believe. Like as far as conspiracy theories go,
Yeah.
that one's not a
pretty
fucking
easy.
hard pill
That's
to
pretty
swallow.
low hanging. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. So, you look at that and you're like, I mean, if I had all the money in the world and all the power and it could be taken away from me if this guy lives. Like, easy call, kill him.
Yeah,
like,
for
easy
sure.
call, right? So it's fucked up. But then like this Prince Andrew's in an interview.
Yeah, I mean, I might have someone killed if they were going to delete my YouTube channel.
Yeah, right.
You know,
you don't even
like,
have the budget for that, so just imagine.
Yeah.
Like, these guys could have a team of ninjas fucking shank you in your sleep.
I would just, all I can afford is to get someone to try and scare him to death. Just boo, and he didn't die. Dude, I think I want to hear you summarize every documentary. It's way better than watching the documentary.
Man.
Just have,
Dude,
Chris summarizes documentaries. That's what he does on his new channel.
And at one point, like this Prince Andrew, right, and his girls, like Epstein. We were in New York, and we went to like this club where we were dancing with fucking Prince Andrew in a club, which is fucking hilarious as it is. And and she was saying in the interview, like, oh, he's sweating all over me, and it was fucking gross. And then they went back to the apartment. They went upstairs, and Epstein's fucking wife or mistress or whatever, like, she's like fucking head of it all. She's a fucking succubus, this chick, right? Ghislaine Maxwell, fucking terrible person. Anyways, she's like, I want you to do for Prince Rupert what you do for Jeffrey. And she's like kind of figured out, like, oh fuck.
Did you just change his name to Prince Rupert?
Whatever his fucking name is. Was it Andrew? Who cares, really? He's a piece of shit, no matter what. So, fucking Prince.
And Bill Hader walks in, and
all right, Prince piece of shit. So they're upstairs, and she says, "Can I have a quick?" She had a digital camera on her, like one of those. And she's like, "Can I have a quick photo with Prince Andrew?" And so take the photo. Ghislaine Maxwell's in the background. He's there, like, with his arm around her waist. And this photo comes up. And now they interview, years later, after he's been accused, they interview Prince Andrew on, like, 60 Minutes or some shit. And it's the most awkward interview. Did not go in his favor. He definitely did not think... He probably thought it was a great idea to, like, clear his name. Not a great idea. Because they were like, how do you explain this photo? And he's like, I can't, never seen her in my life. I can't explain it. And then he's like,
what?
He's like, I've never been upstairs there, and nobody told him it was upstairs. And then, and then he goes, and also, this is the funniest shit ever. He says, also, I have this condition where I don't sweat. Well, I used to have this condition where I sweat now, but I used to have a condition where so it's impossible. That was me. That was his like, he's like, I'm going to go into this, and that's my thing. I don't sweat. The glove doesn't fit, it isn't me.
Damn.
Type thing. And so he looked like a piece of shit on that.
Wow.
Yeah. Gets you thinking, man, because, like, you look at, like, fucking the Meghan Markle.
Yeah,
and they, like, left the royal family and shit, right? They, like, pieced out.
Yeah, and
it's probably
good call
because the fucking the queen and them, they covered up for this Prince piece of shit. They're like, oh no, we deny these allegations, and, like, publicly and shit. So
yeah, man, I when they I'm leaving, I'm like, yeah, man, leave. What do you need the fucking royal family for? You'll never not be who you are. So
even the janitor on the island. Right, he was. They interview him, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I saw fucking Prince Andrew rubbing up on this topless, 16-year-old by the pool and shit." It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up, man. So that's his whole plan.
That's why if you always have to throw the janitor a piece, because if he had a little bit of that, he would never have called it out.
Yeah. But
maybe not.
They underpaid him.
You know how, like,
for sure.
You said though, like, that's the epitome of living the dream. We talked about that before, where you're like, yeah, man, like, I'm not saying it's my dream. I'm not saying it's a good dream.
Exactly.
But it's his dream, and he's a billionaire. He's
just
living his dream.
People say, the term living the dream. And what it really means is really nefarious when you think about it, because in a dream, let's say you're in a dream right now, and you can do whatever the fuck you want, because it's a dream. It's in your head. No one's ever going to know, right? No one's ever going to know. It's in your head. Yeah. You can do whatever you want. Now, let's be honest. You do some fucked up shit in that dream.
Of course.
No one's going to know, right? So you want to fucking walk around and, just come on people. Just fucking, like, no one's going to know. You want to fuck a dog?
It's your dream.
You can fuck a dog. You want to shoot up people. in your dream, like GTA. It's your dream. You can do, you
Yeah.
know. So when people have enough money, they start living the dream,
Yeah.
which is fucked up, you know, because now they're like, I want to dress up as a pig and fucking, you know, have sex with a toddler, whatever fucking is,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
they're fucked up, and
This is why maybe no one should ever be allowed to have more than a B.
that's
right.
a good
Like
point.
once you hit $1 billion,
Cap.
like let's just cap
Capped
it.
at, because like living the dream
Yeah.
is a fucked up thing. Like Epstein was living the dream, not my dream. He was living his dream. He was living the dream.
Yeah,
he had a dream
yeah.
when he went to bed, and his dream was
In the morning, he's like,
Yeah,
let's do it.
his dream was to have a gangbang orgy with underage children, a bunch of politicians, and royalty.
Yep.
And guess what?
Fucked up.
He fucking lived the
Yep.
dream. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's fucked up.
It's crazy, but that's exactly what that
That's
means,
what
and
that
no one ever
means.
thinks
I
of it
figured
like
it out.
that.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
what living the dream is.
Oh yeah,
Living
when
the dream
you
isn't like,
when you threw that on me, it almost blew my brain apart. I was like,
yeah,
no
by
way.
the pool, living the dream. I don't dream about being by the pool. You know, I, like
Yeah.
everybody else, have had some fucked up dreams because I know, you know, no one is gonna know. You know, even
Well, and I'm
even
you
unwillingly,
don't-
you're just dreaming of shit.
Yeah, I was
You're
gonna
like,
say, you just say like,
when you realize it's a dream, you know, you're in a dream, and you're like talking to somebody, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a fucking dream, and you just like start having sex or something, or like whatever it
Yeah.
is. Like, it's a dream. You can do whatever. You start flying or fucking whatever it is. So yeah,
yeah. Oh fuck, that's good, man.
politicians
that a lot.
live in the dream. Scary. So
It's super scary,
So scary,
man.
dude. You know,
It's good that like, you know, I mean, at least I hope we're finding out, like, so okay, we find out about Epstein, right? Like, I hope that there's not like all these other fucking ones we don't know about. Math says probably, statistics
Oh.
says probably there is other, you know,
100%,
but
100%.
but it's just like,
You know, here's the other fucked up thing, is that like pedophiles and shit like that, they're not always just broke. Do you know what I mean? Like the pedophiles that you're
100%.
thinking in your head is like, oh, this fucking creepy neighbor that lives in my apartment.
Yeah.
He's like 80.
1985 van
Yeah, he's
driving
got the
around.
fucking big glasses and the mullet.
Yeah.
And he's just like
Yeah.
there's also, statistically speaking, as many
Yeah.
pedophiles with a lot of money,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Yeah, it's just
that's
a
fucked up.
percentage of the population, I guess. So yeah, that just works on all levels.
I mean, you know, and priests.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that
There you
religion
go.
talk.
Full circle. Look at that.
There we go.
Yeah, one time when I was in Italy, going to the Vatican, I was hanging out with a buddy at my hostel, and he wouldn't come to the Vatican just because of, he's like, I'm not. I want to go see Sistine Chapel, all this stuff, right? And he's, I'm not going there, not for that. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I mean, I'm just a tourist. I don't care. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I mean, I care about that, but I was like, I'm gonna go look at the other shit.
course.
And he was just couldn't get over it. He's like, I'm not going there,
Yeah.
not supporting that. I was like, hey man, good for you, standing by your fucking convictions. But
Yeah.
but then I seen the Sistine Chapel. He hasn't. So
That's
who
true.
wins that one?
Yeah, no, I'd rather. yeah, definitely. You know, either way, they're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Whether he goes there or not, they're still. Yeah.
It doesn't, you know, it doesn't require money
Yeah.
for them to do what they
Yeah.
do. You don't need the
Yeah.
money. They
Yeah.
just need long ass robes. You know,
Yeah.
creepy man dresses. Like, what's going on under there?
Yeah. If you're gonna wear a man dress, at least have some style.
I mean, some of those they
Yeah.
do have style. They're pretty. You know, there should be a game where you try to guess if this person's a pope or a pimp. You know, pope or pimp. You know.
Oh man, it's so funny too. They're always like, "Yeah, the Pope's sick again. He's gonna die." I'm like, quit choosing 90-year-old popes, right? Choose one that's like 40. He's gonna live so long. It'll be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
You don't have to choose a new pope for 50 years.
That's a good point. I mean, same could be
Yeah,
said. Same
like-
could be said about presidents, I guess.
Yeah, presidents and popes should like. Let's just, if you're over retirement age, retire.
Yeah.
And don't come. Like,
If-
you're done.
Yeah, if I wouldn't trust you to drive a car, you shouldn't run the country. You know, can you picture
Fair.
Donald Trump
It's logic.
driving a car? By the way,
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
can you just picture him like in traffic? Like, I can't. It doesn't work that way. He doesn't do it.
Well, he talks with his hands so much. I can't imagine him having a conversation while driving because we would never.
He drives a Tesla. He's,
Oh man, Chris, you getting that Tesla truck or what are you doing? You gonna do it?
I've thought about it. You know, it's just big and stupid, but it's, you know, it looks really cool. It looks exactly like what I want to see in vehicles. And that's why I fucking love Elon Musk. Because he's like, you know what? Elon doesn't give a shit. Elon doesn't, you know what? We all look at what the future is going to look like in these fucking comic books, drawings, renders, or movies and shit like that. And... you know, and if you look back at the 80s, you know, they had futuristic movies of the year 2020 and whatever, right? And they were all fucking crazy, right?
It looks so cool.
And we're not really that advanced, right? Like the Jetsons, right? We're not there, right?
Yeah.
And so it takes someone like Elon to just be like, instead of a concept car, we're just gonna fucking make it a car now. And this is a future now. Now we're in the future. Shit's gonna start. They made a cell phone, the cyber phone, which looks like that, you know. You got the new PlayStation came out, looks all future.
Yeah.
I think that's what companies need to start doing is just start producing shit that we think the future is going to look like Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon's the only guy. I'm in my new world. He's the only guy that's allowed to have more than $1 billion because he keeps coming up with cool shit.
Yeah. Also, his kid's name is fucking something else too.
Ax-12.
Ash Archangel or something.
Right.
Well, his wife,
his wife's name's Grimes. Though.
She named it. She named the baby.
Yeah, but like her name's Grimes. It's not a normal name.
Yeah.
So
I feel like she is the mastermind.
Elon, even I guess.
I feel like she's the mastermind.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that at all. She's from Vancouver, man. Everyone cool comes from Vancouver.
Yeah, I mean, get your tinfoil hats on here. I think, okay, Elon is an AI puppet that she's just programming. Like, I mean, fucking think about it, dude. All right. He's weird as fuck. Did you ever see that guy on Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
You ever see him?
Yeah.
Like Joe Rogan, probably the easiest guy to have a conversation with. He knows how to have a conversation because he knows everything, and he'll let you speak, and then he'll add on to it, or he'll feed you stuff.
Yeah.
Him with Elon, all Joe Rogan keeps doing is keep looking over at his fucking guy over there, and like he's just looking back at it. He doesn't know what to say. He's so put off by this fucking AI, shell of a man.
Well, and Elon sketched out a couple times there too. In the first one they did, he kept just saying like, "Nothing wrong with a hole in the ground. Nothing wrong with a hole in the ground." Talking about digging a tunnel under LA.
Have you ever?
And I was like, "Hey man, I think you're glitching out."
Nothing wrong with a hole in the ground.
Nothing wrong with a hole in the ground. It's like,
did you see him talk about AI?
In the recent one?
In the first one, it feels like he, like 100%. The vibe you get is as if he was sent back to warn us. There's this whole bit about how he's been trying for years to get government to listen to him, and he's like, but they're not listening, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. And he's like saying shit like this, dude. And I'm like, you fucking know something, don't you?
Yeah.
You're like there's a reason you named your vehicle company Tesla. You're fucking time traveling or some shit, right?
Oh, that's a fucking crazy thought. Oh, I'll take that tinfoil any day, man. That's a good one.
I'm just saying, we're talking about, fucking flat Earth. Is the moon a hologram?
Jesus Christ.
Dude. I'm definitely.
Man.
I definitely don't think so. I definitely don't think so.
No, it's not. Come on.
No, of course it's not. But what if it is?
Not entertaining this horse shit. No way.
No. I agree. I believe in science and physics and orbit and all of this that
Chris
happens.
Is like no religion, no moons, no science.
But dude, but just imagine.
It'd be so cool. It'd be like the Truman Show, but on a huge scale. You're like, what?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, there's no moon, there's no space. You're in a fucking vacuum sealed dome.
Yeah.
Wouldn't actually change anything, would it? I'd be like, oh. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm still trying to, still got to play the game in here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, shit. Anyways, what's tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, if we're in a dome, can you guys stop it with the coronavirus, please? Like, that'd be my first question. Can you just get rid of that real quick? Thanks.
Like the whole, okay. I am a firm believer of the whole simulation thing, though.
Right.
That we are in a simulation because even scientists and physicists and theoretical physicists and stuff say that there is a fair chance above 50% that we are in a simulation.
Yeah, I mean, Elon recently said it's above 0, but he wouldn't go as high as 50. He said.
Yeah,
but some people do.
People
Yeah,
would.
some guys, some
would.
legit guys
Yeah.
go 50-50.
Because if you think about, like, if you just fast forward everything, right? Just fast forward to what we're doing now, and what we've done in the last 100 years. Fast forward that times 1,000 million, half a billion years, right? Like, we're getting into some crazy technology times. This is very, very possible. So we have to assume that perhaps we're not even in the original simulation. Right. Perhaps we are the simulation created by the simulation.
Holy shit.
If you create a perfect AI,
then it'll eventually create its own. Wow.
Like us. Let's say we're in a simulation. What are we striving to do? Is create these VR worlds to live in and shit. Maybe we're gonna end up doing that, and then so maybe we're just like a million fucking dimensions down the road, you know. And that's why we get these glitches, like making a photocopy of a photocopy. Right?
Oh man,
you're getting all this weird shit. But like the simulation thing is so interesting to me because, and this is the one reason I find it really interesting. Why do you make a simulation, right? You don't make a simulation to be more boring than your reality.
Right, of course. Why would you do that?
No, there's no reason. No one would play that. You make a simulation to be more exciting than your own reality, right? So how boring is reality? If this is what they
especially
created,
some
you know
people's
what I mean?
lives,
like how fucking they just must be like floating around in space aimlessly or some shit. I don't know. And then they're like, you know, we want feelings, we want to touch, we want to love. Have like maybe they don't have any of that, you know. So that's what I'm thinking. It's like, why else would you create a simulation if it wasn't more fantastic than your reality? There'd be no pursuit of it.
And I have a real strong opinion about the fact that like you can only feel proportionately as much joy and happiness as you felt sadness and despair. So I feel like that's why they probably integrate both of those things. So because you can't just live on a high the whole time. You won't really appreciate it. You have to have these fucking deep lows. If I was building a simulation, I'd build that shit in too. That way it goes.
And what if lows never existed and highs never existed? And only through simulation do they get to sort of experience that. You know what I mean? Like that, you know?
I need more of these if I'm going to go down that
road. I love where this is going though. Like this is the shit I
love
talking about.
Oh, me too, man.
And
100%.
I don't give a fuck. Comments to be like, Chris, what the fuck? You know, like
who cares?
Dude, okay, we got the YouTube videos. We're doing that. We do the magic, the puzzle, and everything. But like when we're hanging out, we talk about some crazy shit. And
absolutely.
And just entertaining it is
100%. Like this is all the kind of shit I ever listened to too. I'm like people talking about AI, quantum physics, like space, time travel, aliens. Like that's what I'm like. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
The one thing
I like entertaining all of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because why the fuck not? You know, Joe Rogan said recently when he was Andrew Schultz in his latest podcast.
Oh yeah, I listened to that one. Man, Andrew doesn't give a fuck.
They went deep.
Andrew would.
No, I respect him.
He just goes like, I don't care, ding, ding, ding. You're like, wow.
And he'll drop names. Like I really respect him for that. And they were going into some deep rabbit holes too, and saying like Joe was saying is like life is like a puzzle really when you think about it, because all we're trying to do is figure shit out for the sake of knowing. And there is no other reason. We just want to know how it works, right?
That's good.
And so that's why these conspiracy theories arise. And I think conspiracy theories, some of them are as legit as some religions because they're all just a way to explain the world.
Right.
That
everyone's searching for the same thing, so they just find the answers in different things. That's true, man.
Everybody's afraid of death.
Yeah.
You know, that's what creates religion, man. Is death, is the fear of death. If you have an answer to death and it's everlasting paradise, all of a sudden you can just live your life now. You're fine, you know, and you got rules to get to that paradise.
And for you and me, well, at least for me, I could say like when I talk about being afraid of death, it's really not my own. It's like my loved ones, because my own death, I won't really like. I'll be dead. I don't care, you know.
Who knows, right? That's
but
the other thing.
It would make me happy to think that my loved ones have something somewhere. You know, I can really, really see why people want that comfort, because that's so good.
True.
But like for my own, I'm like, I'll just be, you know. But
yeah. But what is that?
I Hope
You know, that's
I would imagine it's probably just you just go and get to listen to this podcast forever.
That's a good way to go.
That's hell.
Or the worst way. But like you
look like you're looking at notes on the ground. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at my my audio recorder.
Like, did you write notes? Did Chris Ramsey?
Oh, hold on. I got more for you here. Hold on. Like the thing about here's the other thing too, is like when people talk about going to heaven, which version of you is going?
I always wonder that too, man. Right? Like, is it you as a young man, an old man? What if you're in a wheelchair? What if you're blind? Like, are you talking about that kind of thing? Yeah. What the? Because that would be fucking weird.
Like, if you were, I don't know. It really comes down to who are you, really? You're a product of traumatization, of experiences, good and bad. That's what you're a product of. That is you. How you define yourself, how you stand out from everyone else, and how you think of yourself as unique. You're a product of all of that. If one of those ingredients isn't there, let's say your crippled legs or your blindness or your mental instability or any of that, or your like over emotion, then do you cease to be the recognizable you? You know, who do you become? Do you just become a perfect version of yourself, which might be everyone at the same time? Then like there's no, you know, so and yeah, again, are you the old you or the young you? Are you the young you with the information that the old you has? But the same, what about that mild racism that you had in the 30s? Right. Like, do you keep that, or does that go away? This is the thing. That's how I know it's all bullshit.
Well, that's the thing too. And depending on how it was, who's running heaven or whatever, I would kind of resent that person or that thing. I'd be like, hey man, if I'm gonna be this version of me, what the fuck was all that about? Like, why you put me through all that shit?
Yeah, 100%, man. And that's how I know there's more to it than that. Right. And I don't think, like, here's the other thing I think about is that, let's say it's all just a matter of consciousness, right? And consciousness flows through every living thing, and even non-living, because we're all made of like these quantum level beings, these little atoms and these little quarks and protons and all that. They're all moving, they're all alive in some form, right? And we're all made from that, right? So it's just like this universal structure on a molecular level that's all the same, and that's kind of consciousness, and information can flow through that and everything. So I don't think that goes anywhere. Right. And so when people say, like, you know, when you die, you go, I don't think you go anywhere. I think the consciousness that lives in you, and I'm not saying the consciousness like your mind and all that shit, just that energy flowing through you doesn't go anywhere. The shell that you're in, like, we just happen to be in a body that can ask questions about its own existence. A plant didn't get that same opportunity, right. You know, but it doesn't make them any less conscious than you are. It's just like this whole web of consciousness, and your body, the molecules that are in your body, they're not going anywhere. They're still here. Nothing disappears, right? Everything stays right where it's at. So then, you know, and consciousness, I don't think is affected by time, right? I don't think it's affected by time at all. So I just think that, you know, when people say, well, who made the universe? Just asking that is a question bound by the constraints of time.
Right.
Because if you take time out of the equation, there is no beginning. Right.
And like honestly, it's so hard to wrap your head around it. But like time is already, we know time isn't the way we think of it, because we know it can go faster or slower. We know it's bound by the laws of gravity, and more gravity makes it slower, and less gravity makes it go fast. All this shit. So we know time doesn't even work.
And that's only in this frequency. That's only in this like this physical reality. You know, maybe there's a frequency just like AM, FM. There's this other frequency where consciousness flows freely through time, through our perception of time, as freely as you can take a step in that direction. Like, there's no boundary there. And if that's the case, yeah, there's no beginning and there's no end. And that just as a person where everything we do in our lives is directed by the concept of time is unfathomable. It's absolutely unfathomable to us to perceive no time.
Yeah.
I think that's the most like crazy like rabbit hole to go down if you start thinking about well, what if time really doesn't matter and there is no beginning and no end and you just don't go anywhere. You're just here and you always will be and you've never left and you're just another form of consciousness that's taken on a different shape that's part of the collective.
Cue Matthew McConaughey being like, time is a flat circle. We're just going round and round. Like, I don't know what the fuck from True Detective season 1.
Dude, it's fucking hard for us to explain that
It's so
shit,
hard.
and that's why we find those simple reasons like you go to heaven, or
Yeah.
you get this, or you get that. Like, we just make up fucking reasons for it, or conspiracies. We're in a dome,
Man.
we're in a simulation.
It's so simple to see
just
how people
fucking-
got, like,
it's
I had
reasons.
saw a fucking thunderstorm the other day, and I was like, yeah, 1,000 years ago, I see a thunderstorm, 100%. I'm like, the gods are angry. Of course. Like, it's so easy to see how the shit you end up with an explanation because you need one. You just need one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty insane. You know, even thinking about this, you know, they say what like the humanoid has been around for like 200,000 years or some shit. Like, not intelligent life. Intelligent civilization has only been around for like 10, 12,000 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like, before that, there were no signs of, you know, we were just banging rocks, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really hard for me to believe.
I know,
that
right?
In 200,000 years. So, you know, I always think that there are these
And that does help
there are these other civilizations that have just been buried after thousands of years of dust right now. Like, everything you see is dust. Like,
well, that's
you
just
know,
it.
It can all just turn
and that's
to
why I
dust.
like the idea what you said with time doesn't exist and stuff. Really, is like it makes time travel all of a sudden possible. If you stop thinking about it as like trying to rewind and go back, you just like, if there's another way to do it, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it didn't, it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, if time is just like a navigable frequency, just like turning a dial on AM, FM, you know, and space too, like all of it, you know. I mean, here's just on what you were saying about like seeing lightning. Imagine this, right? Imagine in today's society, we are all living here, right? We got these sky, these planes, the architecture, these cityscapes.
It's pretty
and all
easy
that,
to imagine this,
which is crazy. And now imagine, because this is real too. There are tribes out there that survive in the harshest conditions.
Yeah.
And have no idea that we're here. They have no way of knowing that.
Yeah.
Zero, right? They have zero way of knowing that all this shit is happening right now. Okay?
Yeah. So true.
And now let's say this cataclysmic event happens.
Okay.
Who is more likely to survive?
Oh, them for sure.
Because they've already been doing it. They've been living in the most harsh conditions, the most weathered people you've ever met. They can survive on absolutely anything, right? So now
I know where you're going. I'm waiting.
Civilization crashes. We're all fucked, right? Who's around to tell the stories of us? These people drawing on cave walls, being like, "There's a dragon in the sky."
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is so good. I love this.
The sky people.
Yeah, man.
The people in chariots of
Oh
fire.
shit, dude, this is so good. Yeah, 100%.
Right? They're the ones telling our story when we're all too fucking
dead,
dumb to survive. Primitively. And they're just doing the normal things. They're just telling our story. So, you know, you see all these cave drawings and shit. That's what that reminds me of. I instinctively think of, because where do you find these? You find them in the Arctic, and like the deepest caves in the jungle, right? And like the craziest places to live. So like maybe those people are just telling stories of technological advancements, and they just survived, and we just take it for granted as, oh, no one was smart back
I love
then.
that. I hate
They're
how
all
much I
dumb,
love
you know
this.
what I
This is
mean?
perfect. Yeah.
It's a pretty valid thought.
It's
to have.
a very logical idea, and I'm totally on board with that. That's great.
You know, and I guess we'll never know because we're gonna get fucked one day, and then, you know, we're gonna have cave drawings of fucking a Tesla floating around in space or whatever. You know.
Oh, fuck, this is great. Should we do a dildo race? Fuck, a vibrator race. I always say dildo. I got dildos in my brain all the time, and then I always say the wrong thing.
Just a dildo race we do for hours.
Just so slow. Oh, fuck, that's good, man. Okay, let's just race number 24. That was my university basketball number. So let's see what that race looks like. Chris, can you call the race because I can't see it when I hold it up for you, and you can't see it when I don't.
If you show me, I will call that race. Or who's on the left, who's on the right.
You know what? That's a good thing to settle up right now. Yeah, because let's quickly run down this Alex thing. Sorry. So we got the winners were Rambo Racing again. Man, I think this is maybe your third time. I see this guy a lot. He's on it. I like it. Good for you, buddy.
You need more comments.
He's just in there right away. He gets it. And we need more comments. And then Jack of Hearts Magic. Okay. Rambo, you're going to go for pink, and Jack of Hearts is going to go for purple.
All right, let's go. I'm going for Jack of Hearts this time, the underdog.
I like it. So Jack's purple, Rambo pink.
Yep.
And we'll talk about
All right, Jack and
we'll talk
Rambo.
about the answers after. Here we go.
All right. Hold it up a little closer here.
I just got to make sure I'm on the right. Is that going to be good?
Move it. There you go. There you go. On your mark, get set, go. Holy cow. Pink is off to a good start. Rambo is definitely 2 dildos ahead of Jack, but Jack sneaks up. As Rambo gets caught on the side rail, Jack's trying to bump his way through, but not enough and too late. Jack actually comes up second, and Rambo drops off the edge for another victory.
Oh, wow. So I have to do an instant replay for myself now. Damn. That really shot out. Wow.
I thought he was going to, really shot out. I thought he was going to come back for, when he got stuck on that railing, that friction created.
That was a good comeback.
I guess Jack was a little bit too eager, and he was getting too close, and that multiple vibration was holding him back instead of projecting him forward, which it could have happened too. It depends on the vibrating, the frequency there. One could shoot you forward and one could hold you back.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen in a vibrator race. That is a good one.
Anything can happen.
Like I said, I ran a whole bunch.
Nothing happens at a dildo race, by the way.
Nothing at all. Unless they're really wet and they sort of slide. Gross. One of these, I can't wait to find out which one it is. I shot a whole bunch of them in a row, right? One of them, like they bump in, they flip over, end up backwards. Like it's crazy. So I'm really, there's some there's some epic fucking races, and I keep just choosing at random. So it's good times.
That's amazing.
So the winner is, I don't even remember one. Rambo. We'll pin you, buddy.
Rambo Racing.
You got it. And Jack, you get a second coffee. So DM 421 Brew House, and they'll send you some second coffee. I love how second is better than first. This is amazing. But yeah, that's good shit. I love these vibrator races. They just make me happy. I don't care. Apparently, there's marble racing out there, which is really fun right now. But vibrator races,
vibrator races is way better. So what was the true truth one lie with
so,
Alex?
The lie was that he got his driver's license at 26.
Right. So the truth is that he never finished high
true.
school.
He never finished high school, and true that we did move him out of his parents' house into an apartment.
That we did move him without him knowing out of his parents' house.
Dude, we have a whole video for you guys. It's not out yet, but fuck, it's amazing. We literally
it's pretty fucking
moved
hilarious.
him into an apartment out of his parents' house. I don't know
without
how we kept it from him, but he had no fucking idea. It was amazing.
He had no idea until he knocked on his own door, not knowing it was his own apartment. We're like, knock on the door. Like, it's insane how we.
Dude, it was so clever. We got to get that video out soon because it is so fucking good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never finished high school. He's pretty sensitive about it. So bring it up as often as you comment on his channel, which is never. But so I don't know when he got his driver's license, but he wasn't 26. I'm sure he got it younger, man. But yeah, man, that's so funny. And I didn't think he even watched our podcast all the way through ever, but he.
Yeah, he texted us. He was like, "I love the two truths one lies." I was like,
perfect, because
okay, cool.
I was like, he's pretty.
Just to let you know, guys, like me, Eric, Alex, and Wes have a pretty tight friend circle, and I know sometimes it sounds like we're being harsh to our buddies because they're not here to defend themselves. But we're so close that
Dude,
we take every opportunity.
I swear, everything we say in the group chat to each other is so much worse than anything we say on the podcast.
No, very much so.
Worse.
Very much. Or in person. In
that's
person
the
as
best.
well.
You get to see their
Yeah,
face.
we definitely censor it down. We definitely. As hard as that is to believe, our everyday conversations are. These are definitely censored versions.
100%. Yeah, no, this is good stuff, man. I'm so glad we got this shit on iTunes now, and I'm so glad we can do these more regularly. This is gonna be perfect. Once a week, just so fun,
dude.
And especially when you go down weird ass rabbit holes. Who cares? You talk about whatever you want. It's like so good.
Oh, let's keep
I know.
doing
I
that.
keep feeling every time we do
here
these, I
for
feel
it.
more and more free about like. It doesn't matter what we talk about. Let's just talk more about the shit we like to talk about, and who cares? Sometimes
yeah.
it gets weird. Sometimes it's funny. Who fucking cares? And I'm still I'm
I wanna talk
relearning
about
this
some
lesson every
aliens
day.
next
You're
time.
what right now?
I want to talk about aliens.
Oh
next
fuck.
time.
Okay, I'm in.
You know what? Let me know in the comments below if you, not if you believe in aliens, if you believe that we have contacted them.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know that's a big pill to swallow for some people out there, but I'll get you going. Put your tinfoil hats on, boys. We're going down that road. I love this shit.
Holy shit. We got to do a 2 Truths 1 Lie for next week. And I haven't thought of anything, so I'm gonna maybe think with Chris for a second, and I'll edit, and then we'll jump to the future. And
What about 2 Truths and a Lie? Aliens exist.
Jesus. Oh fuck. Okay.
Okay, no, 2 Truths, 1 Lie. Okay, I got one for you. I once saw what I believe to be an alien craft hovering above a lake, maybe 100 feet in front of me.
I've dated 2 girls that were over 6'1".
Wes and I once took a road trip to Disneyland just to take one ride and then came all the way back.
Space Mountain, baby. All right. Two truths, 1 lie. Let us know what you think. And thanks for coming to Bob. I'll see you here or on iTunes or Spotify. I don't know.
Thanks, guys. Hey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, all that stuff, and be sure to tell your friends about us. It's a good time.
We got Fake Chris. Look at Fake Chris here, everybody. Oh.
Fake Chris out.
Also, please write a review on iTunes. We need them. We actually do need them. All right, thanks, guys. Take care, team. See you next time. Bye.
Second is better than first. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that.